What is up, guys? Today in the video we are looking at the brand new 12 scale truck from Haiboxing. So in this video specifically, I'm going to be showing you the differences and similarities between all three trucks. Now you might think these two versions of the protector here on the side are exactly the same and only the colors differ. There's some major differences in between these two, and then I'll show you what carries over into this truck and what they've done differently on this truck. So right off the bat, you can obviously see that the styling is a little bit different on this. They are using the same exact wheels. As you can see that these ones are kind of a grayish color. I believe when I purchased the black one here, it came with the gold wheels. So I have the gold wheels on this one, and the exact same wheels are on this. So one major difference that you can see that these share in common that this one does not. This is considered the lower end model. But these two both have nuts in the wheels that come out. And this one will have the metal dog bones into the metal connector here on the side. This one has a plastic dog bone that goes into the metal there. And on this one you actually have a Phillips screw that screws into the hex and then into the input there. And this is all plastic, as you can see in the back and in the front. Another difference that you probably caught right away is that all three of these have different shocks. So when I purchased this one, it came with oil-filled shocks, which are a very nice component that even the new one, they decided to go with some friction shocks, but they beefed them up with some different colors and stuff like that. The lower end model just has the plain black friction shocks. You can even see directly through them. So just something to be aware of in between these two models. You can go ahead and upgrade this and put the oil-filled shocks. I think this would definitely benefit from some of those. Another major component that I was sad to see that they took away from both of these, even the lower end model has this, but the steering links on both of the protectors are adjustable. So you are able to adjust the toe in and toe out of the front tires. You can't do that on the new truck. It is a fixed steering link there. So there's no real toe in or toe out. They're pretty dead on in the middle there. So moving on to the wheelbase, these look like they have a pretty similar wheelbase. I believe the new model is a little bit longer, as you can see there. Width-wise, they are a little bit different as well. The new one is a little bit wider and a tiny bit longer. I think they did a really good job with the paint scheme on this. It's somewhat of a camo kind of graffiti look, and I put some of my own stickers on there, like the Firestone one, and obviously the logo there. But they come with a bunch of cool little kind of sponsor stickers, and you can put those anywhere on the truck. They come in a sheet. I decided to put mine like you see there. On the new truck, which Haiboxing seems to be doing on all of their new cars, are putting these little tabs on the body clips. I really like it. It makes it a lot easier to pull them off, and we can put those aside and we'll take a look at the differences on the inside. So opening up the new truck, you do see that there are some lights that are strung to the body. You can go ahead and unplug it from here and remove the body completely if you want. This has a nice plastic roll cage in there. You can take out the people and put a different one on there in there if it gets cracked, but we'll put that aside for just a second. On the older versions, you have the 2 body clips in the back, and the body swings up like that. Again, you can take off the lights in the front there, but we'll leave it on for now. The older versions only have the 4 LEDs up front, while the new truck has an LED bar up here, as well as 2 LEDs in the bumper. Another major difference on the electronics here, looks like they revamped the entire setup. They made this kind of covered, so they consider it splash proof. It does look very protected. You can see that they have an inlet here that goes directly to the ESC, but be warned, there is no fan in here. So if you want to, you could probably input one there and kind of cool this off a little bit more, but this is kind of just a vent to have some heat dissipate like that. In the older versions, the motor is right in the middle, along with the ESC receiver combo, and the steering servo is right up front. The older versions also use these cylinder batteries here. I'm glad they got away from these. These are somewhat proprietary, and they take a lot longer to charge. As with the new truck, you are provided with a 2-cell LiPo. You get 2 of these. They're 1600 milliamp hours, and they have a Dean's connector on them. So you can use these on your hobby grade charger. I have a Venom Pro Duo that I use, and you can charge these up with a fast charge in 10-15 minutes. Other batteries that you can fit in here, I will be using a 3S battery on the speed run also, so I have these DHD Power 1000 milliamp hour 3S LiPos, and they actually fit in here perfectly. So the next video that we do on this truck will be some speed tests. On the new truck, we have the motor on the side along with the ESC receiver combo up front, and I'm assuming our steering servo is somewhere in here. A major upgrade that they did to the new truck is put in all metal gears. So we have a metal spur gear, metal pinion, and metal differentials. If you've ever taken one of these apart, you'll know that the spur gear is right in the middle and it's plastic. I actually took it apart on this one because this was my brushless truck, and as you can see, the drive shaft in the middle goes to the back, and these plastic spur gears get stripped out very easily if you upgrade to brushless. Another thing to note that I'm sad to see go is that there aren't as many adjustability points for the shocks. Obviously they have them mounted in the front. You can switch it to the back, but you only have 2 points there and 2 points on the bottom. On the older versions you have 4 points of adjustability on the bottom, and I believe either 1 or 2 up top. They obviously redid the entire chassis. Looking at the bottom, this is a completely new setup, and I really like the way it looks. Kind of dissipates the weight a little bit farther out. This one seemed to roll a little bit on asphalt and stuff like that, so we'll take a look at this when we run it for our speed test. The differentials, if you give them a spin, the back seems a bit loose. The front seems okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to open this up or not and look at the diffs, but I think for our speed runs we'll just run it as is, and we'll go from there. So moving over to the remote, this is a very similar remote to the other versions. This is the new one. Looks like all they did was change the sticker on it. Setup is exactly the same. Your steering reverse is right in the center. You also have steering trim and a speed switch. So when this is all the way up, this truck will go top speed. As you turn it down, your top speed will decrease, even if your throttle is fully open. Steering is exactly the same, just a plastic wheel, very light in the hands. They don't provide you with the batteries that you need. You will need to provide 2 AA batteries. Some other accessories to mention in the box: you will get the 2 batteries for the truck. You will get a USB charging cable. Again, with the LiPo batteries with the Dean's connector, you don't have to use the USB charger, but it's nice that they provide it. Again, we will get another screwdriver, a hex tool for the wheels, and some extra body clips. Comes with a set of instructions along with a complete list of parts. I'm hoping that part availability will become better with the new truck. A lot of the parts are very similar to this. Like I said, you could upgrade to the oil-filled shocks, but it does look like some of the arms are different. They may fit in there, but it will affect the width of the truck. Those metal dog bones are a great upgrade, and hopefully you won't have to deal with anything in there breaking. Over the last few months, Haiboxing has gotten a lot better with putting parts on Amazon with Prime shipping, so you don't have to wait for them to come from overseas. You can get them, you know, within a week or a few days, which is really nice on these cheaper trucks that are kind of leaning towards that hobby grade sort of area. If you guys have any questions about this truck or the other two versions and any of the differences between them, leave a comment down below. I'll try and answer everything that you guys post. And we are going to end this video here. The next one that I post within the next day or two will be a few speed runs. We'll do a 2S, we'll do a 3S speed run, and we'll take it off the jump. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.